Welcome to Leesburg Today's Daily Update for November 9th. I'm Samantha Bartram. Area educators are joining the push for President Obama and Congress to find agreement on a plan that will head off mandatory budget cuts across the board. Yesterday in Leesburg, the presidents of teacher organizations in Loudoun, Fairfax, and Prince William counties gathered at Douglas School in Leesburg to highlight their concerns. At stake is about $75 million in school funding statewide. Loudoun could lose more than $1 million. Loudoun Education Association President Joey Matthews said federal leaders must find a way to close the budget gap without hurting kids.
The school board and the Loudoun Education Association strive to meet the needs of an ever-growing school system, one of the best in Virginia. But it becomes increasingly difficult when we are given less and less each year. I don't know about you, but I, for one, think it's time for the wealthiest Americans and the big corporations to pay their It is time to stop sticking working families with the tab.
Matthews urged residents to let their congressional representatives know it is important to avoid the cuts. Students at Loudoun Valley High School honored military servicemen and women this morning during their annual Veterans Day program. The keynote speaker was a familiar face. Rob Jones is a Valley graduate who lost his legs after an IED explosion in Afghanistan. He spoke to the students 2 years ago while in the early stages of his recovery. Jones has since gone on to develop a stand-up comedy following, win a bronze medal in the Paralympics, and, most recently, be named U.S. Rowing Man of the Year.
When Veterans Day comes around every year, it makes me think. First, I think about my buddies that I deployed with over 2 wars. Some taught me, some were taught by me, and some, like me, are developing their new plans after being wounded. And even some are continuing on with their old plans despite being wounded. I think about our shared experiences and how through them we're forever bonded, no matter how far away we are from each other. Next, I think about the veterans that came before me. I think about their wars and their experiences, and how I would have done in their shoes, whether or not I would have been up to the task. And how, even though their wars were much more difficult than mine, in my opinion, they still have the humility to thank me. And then I think about the veterans to come. Some may be in this room, some not even born yet. And I wonder what they're going to have to go through, and the sacrifices that they are going to have to make on behalf of their country. But I don't worry about them, because I know that they're going to get the same training that I did, and I know that they will rise to the occasion. I get thanked almost every day by people I don't know, probably hundreds by now. But before, I never really knew how to respond when somebody thanked me. However, after having it happen so many times, I finally figured it out. I say, it was my pleasure. Thank you.
Inspire was the theme of this year's program, and Sergeant Jones certainly provided inspiration for those in the audience. Residents who'd like to hear Jones's presentation are in luck. The program will be repeated at 7 p.m. tonight in the school's auditorium. This Sunday, Veterans Day will be observed at several area ceremonies. Always of note is Veterans Day at Dodona Manor in Leesburg. At 2 p.m., the public is invited to gather at the former home of General George C. Marshall for a keynote speech by Lieutenant General Frank Helmick, plus remarks from local dignitaries, tours of the manor house, and refreshments. If you're an early riser, consider attending the sunrise service at Balls Bluff Cemetery in Leesburg. Members of Loudoun County VFW Post 1177 will conduct the annual service, which begins at 6:45 a.m. Active types might be interested in the Veterans Day 5K race at Philip Boland Memorial Park. Registration opens at 7 a.m. Sunday, with runners leaving the starting line at 8 a.m. Prizes will be awarded to the top 3 male and female finishers, as well as those in several age groups. Race day registration is $33 for adults or $15 for runners ages 17 and younger. Details and registration forms are available online. You can find a roundup of Veterans Day activities in the area in this week's issue of Leesburg Today or on our website. Finally, in entertainment this weekend, there's a whole lot of art to see. From noon to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, take the self-guided Catoctin Holiday Art Tour and get a jump on your seasonal shopping. 17 local artists are included, sporting everything from fine paintings to sculpture, jewelry, clothing, home decor, and more. Tour stops are located in close proximity to Lovettsville, making it easy to visit every stop or just the few that suit your needs. Tour details, including descriptions of participating artists and a downloadable map, are available online at catoctinart.net. And at 3 p.m. Sunday, Congregation Sha'arei Shalom hosts an afternoon of music and art at its Leesburg Synagogue. A live woodwind quartet will perform selections from several classical composers as guests enjoy an expansive display of local art. Once the music ends, audience members are invited to meet some of the participating artists and enjoy refreshments. Tickets are $15 for adults, with children ages 12 and younger admitted free of charge. Congregation Sha'arei Shalom is located at 19357 Evergreen Mill Road in Leesburg. To learn more, call 703-737-6500. For in-depth coverage of these and other stories around Loudoun, pick up a copy of Leesburg Today or visit us online anytime at leesburgtoday.com. Have a great weekend.